Welcome to the Go Slow to Go Fast Lifestyle Podcast, where we explore the art of intentional living. Whether you're juggling life as a working parent, leading in your profession, or simply seeking more meaning in your everyday, this space is for you. I'm your host, Kendra Chapman, and today we're diving into 3 ways to create balance and calm amidst the chaos. If you've ever felt like life is moving way too fast and you just need to catch your breath, you are in the right place. We're going to talk about cultivating Hygge, the Danish concept of coziness and contentment, and how to weave it into your daily routine. If you're new to Hygge, don't worry, because I'm going to break it down for you. And we'll also explore a highlight hack for either work, life, or both that bring more balance, organization, and efficiency to your days. Then, I'll share how to connect with me, Kendra Chapman, and to tell me how you're finding more Hygge in your life. So if you're ready to slow down and embrace the beauty of an intentional lifestyle, grab a cozy drink, join me on the couch, or in your car, or while you're working out, and let's get started. Well, hello everyone, welcome back. If you have been listening to this little podcast this year, and if you are new, welcome. So very glad you're here, because there are so many podcasts out there that you could be listening to, and I'm just so glad that you've chosen to listen to mine. And so this is segment 1, where I talk about what is bringing me Hygge this week. And so this week, my Hygge moment has been just finding something beautifully simple in my everyday, and that's being present with my family. So as a full-time school leader and podcaster, my after work hours are short and sacred. So I'd rather spend time with family than feeling overwhelmed. Who doesn't? And so I just don't have time for focusing on things that make me stressed out. And so I've chosen to focus on what I do instead of what I don't have time for. And so that means truly being present, being there for my kids and my husband, hugging my boys a little longer when they go in for a hug, because they still hug me. And so I'm going to enjoy every moment that I have where they want to still hug me. And I'm going to linger in that hug. And I'm going to listen to their little stories that they tell me when I come home from work, or at the end of the day as I'm tucking them in to bed. And I'm just going to listen and embrace, their little stories and their big emotions. And also reconnecting with my husband, not just as co-parents or problem solvers, but also as partners in life. We have a little connection time when I get home from work, and it's usually when I'm taking off my work clothes and putting on my comfy clothes, and we have a little moment to ourselves together where we turn off the noise and just catch up on each other's day and do a little download. And so that's Hygge for me, is being present and in the moment and just enjoying my time with my family. And that's what's bringing me Hygge this week. So I hope that you have a little Hygge in your day that you don't mind sharing with me as well. And I'll talk more about how to connect with me later, but let's jump into segment 2. Okay, so our Hygge highlight for this week is busting self-doubt and building perseverance. So let's talk about something that many of us wrestle with silently, unfortunately, is self-doubt. Self-doubt isn't just a fleeting thought. According to research from the American Psychological Association, it's often rooted in early experiences, perfectionism, and internalized messages from culture or past environments. So here's the truth. Self-doubt is a normal human experience. We all go through it, and it doesn't have to be permanent. So here are 3 intentional research-informed strategies that can help shift us from being in that space of doubt to moving towards perseverance. And so we stay grounded along the way while we're doing this. So I'm going to take a big sip of my tea. Strategy 1, name it to tame it. Self-doubt loves to stay vague. But when you pause and name it, you take away the power. So think about how you can take your power back and name the self-doubt. Where is it coming from? Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of when you hear that self-doubt, that negative talk coming up in your mind, in that inner dialogue? Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? And ask yourself, is this even true? Those are 3 questions you can ask so you can start to identify where is the doubt coming from. Research from UCLA, the neuroscience studies, shows that labeling our emotions reduces their intensity. So if you're stuck in a spiral, say it out loud or write it down. You're not weak, you're just aware. And awareness leads to action. I can think about last night, I was having racing thoughts. I could not sleep. I got to bed early and went to bed by 9:30. That's usually my cutoff time. If I can get in bed earlier, that's even better. But I was in bed by 9:30, and I think I fell asleep okay. But then I remember being awake, and I knew it wasn't time to wake up yet because my alarm wasn't going off. But I didn't want to get up and see what time it was. So I try to go back to sleep, and I'm just thinking about what I need to do when I wake up. Thinking about all my to-dos, and then I'm thinking about the things that I haven't done yet, and then I start going down a spiral of self-doubt. Am I going to get it done? Where am I going to find the time? And so I needed to really just kind of think, you know what? This is just fear. I need to stop worrying about the fear and just know that I'm going to get it done. And when I wake up, I'm going to write down all my to-dos and review my day before my day starts so I'm ready and prepared. And eventually I went back to sleep, and then it seemed like the alarm went off right away, of course. But yeah, you would just want to name it so you can move forward because it leads to that action of movement. All right, strategy number 2, reframe the narrative. Self-doubt often says, I don't know if I can do this. Let's gently shift away from saying things like, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't think I'm built to do this, or I don't think that I'm the right person for this job, or I don't think that I'm the best parent in making good choices right now. Whatever it is, where self-doubt is just getting you to think all these negative thoughts, let's gently shift to something different and think about what you are doing instead of what you aren't doing. So instead of saying, I don't know if I can do this, say to yourself, I'm learning how to do this, right? I'm learning how to be a better parent. I'm learning how to be a better boss. I'm learning how to be a better partner, whatever it is. So instead of I don't know, we're at learning. And that way it reframes your brain. So this simple reframe keeps your brain open to growth instead of locked in fear, right? It's that growth mindset. So try using phrases like, I've never done this before, but hey, I'm capable of figuring it out. I'm new, or I'm new in this job, or this is my first year. But you know what? I am capable. I have the capacity. I just need to take a moment, take a breather, sit down and make a list of things that I need to do or things I need to ask somebody, and then take the next step. What's the one next thing you can do? You can say, I'm capable of figuring it out. Here's another one. This feels new, but it's not impossible. Just because it's new and it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's impossible. So let's reframe how we're thinking in our mind of anything that comes up that's new and different. When technology changes, we're creatures of habit. It's human nature. And we just need to reframe it to, yep, this is different, this is new, this software's changed, or this phone is upgraded, or this laptop is different, or this car is different. I'm not used to this, whatever it is. And just say, it's new and I'm going to be okay. I can figure it out because it's not impossible. Here's another one. I don't have to feel confident to take the next step. It's okay not to feel confident. I just have to be committed. So you just have to make the next step. Just make a decision and do it. And you got to also be thinking about what the outcome is going to be. Are we looking for progress? Are we looking for perfection? Right? I would rather have progress than perfection. Because if I'm worried about perfection, then I'm never going to get started. So let's focus on progress, not perfection, because that's what builds perseverance. All right, strategy number 3. Anchor into your why. So when doubt clouds your mind, return to what grounds you and ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Right? And who am I becoming in the process? And here's another question. What kind of model do I want to be for my kids or my team and myself? So all of these questions are helping you anchor into your deeper why, right? Because we all have that purpose. And going back to your purpose, what's your why? You want to shift the focus from what could go wrong, what you can do wrong, where you could mess up. Shift that focus to what's worth doing. And even if it's hard, it's okay because we can do hard things. Even if it's hard, what is worth doing? So, just to recap, when you feel like you're in that rut where you're having some negative self-talk and that dialogue in your brain, turn self-doubt into perseverance by doing 3 things. Name it to tame it. 2, reframe that narrative. And 3, anchor deep into your why. Sit back, lean back into your why. You don't have to rush through uncertainty. You just need to walk, right? Go slow to go fast. Walk with yourself gently, slowly, and intentionally. So this is as much of a message for you all as it is for me. When I'm feeling like I'm doubting myself and my decisions and things that I'm doing, I know I'm grounded in my purpose and my why. And I have strategies that I can use. I just need to lean on them. So for segment 3, I want to talk about how you can connect with me. So before I get ready to wrap up this episode, I want to make sure that I let you know how important it is that you are listening to this podcast out there in the world. And I'm hoping that this message resonates with you and that you will consider sharing it with somebody and maybe more than one somebody's. I hope that you choose to share this in conversation if it comes up. If somebody is talking about how they keep hearing negative self-talk or they just don't know if they can, make things work at their job or, they're having self-doubt for whatever reason. I hope that you feel like you can bring up this podcast and talk about the strategies shared today. And so I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing that's bringing you Hygge this week? A quiet cup of tea, a family moment, saying no to something, maybe that didn't serve you, right? Because saying no to something is saying yes to something else. Let's keep the conversation going. Email me at coachingwithkendrachapman@gmail.com or visit me at coachingwithkendrachapman.com and send me a message on my website or DM me on Instagram. I'm at Coaching with Kendra Chapman, and just tag me in your slow living moments. I'd love to celebrate with you. I'd love to see what you're doing in your corner of the world to have that intentional lifestyle where you're slowing down and having a more purposeful life because you are being intentional about what you want more of and what you want less of. And I hope that if you've enjoyed this episode, that you do share it with a friend or two who might need a little clarity and courage from the Go Slow to Go Fast podcast. So, as always, I hope that you stay connected and remember, take it slow, be intentional, and embrace the season you're in, because the calm in me honors the calm in you. And until next time, take care, keep leading with purpose, and let your light shine through. And remember, go slow to go fast, and thanks for listening.